today we're on another Linux video, but this time it's more like a server maintenance video because if you remember in this video I installed Linux Mint, and that eventually became my server laptop because at that time I need to host Minecraft Bedrock Edition servers, and for whatever reason I could not get it to work on Ubuntu or Lubuntu. I could get it to work a bit on Ubuntu Server while I was virtualizing it, but it didn't work too stably. But when I tested it on Linux Mint and it works perfectly fine, so I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna just make my server laptop Linux Mint and just leave it at that. Well, I don't run Bedrock servers that much anymore. And on top of that, I made this. You remember in that video when I switched to this laptop for Ethernet? Well, I eventually got this adapter which got me gigabits, except I can't connect to the internet with this. This can only connect to my local network for whatever reason, except it can receive connections. It just can't send requests. Ever since that makes sense. Yes, there is a USB hub in here as well. I'll occasionally use this for like I'll use this for my editing drive, even though there's a second. Actually, no, there isn't a second USB 3 port. I was wrong. So, but and the third thing is that, well, that computer runs off of a 500 gig internal hard drive, which again isn't the end of the world, except, you know, like, I don't need that much storage for what is essentially just a boot drive. So I'm going to be switching to a USB, 2. This is going to be up most of the time, so 64 gig flash drive. And that should be more than enough. Now, there's one tweak that I'm going to have to make. Or, I did... I'm just going to do this off camera, but I'm going to be making the switch to Ubuntu Server because, I could do, like, OpenSUSE or Arch, but I've got an Arch video planned. Actually, I've got a live stream planned for it because from what I've seen of it, it's going to be a nightmare to install. So, I've got this flash drive here that I'm going to be installing the server OS onto. This is going to be my installer, which this is just a USB, 2 gig USB drive. If I can get away with it, I might actually see if I can install this on an 8 gig flash drive. But I don't know if I can get away with that. But all ramblings aside, let me go ahead and download Ubuntu Server on here. So this is actually going to be a fairly quick download. Yeah, 848 megabytes, as you can see right there. And I am sticking with 18.04. I realized that if I waited 3 months as of me recording this, 20.04 would come out, which would be the new LTS, but I'll wait it out. So I'll just download that and call it a day. So this is going to take it's going to take about 5 minutes, so it's not going to take too long. And this while this is downloading, I'm just going to quickly open this up. So, open this way. Okay, well, that was painless. Oh, and they put it in another condom unit thing. There, I got it to peel. SanDisk. Why you gotta do this? You should know. Western Digital owns SanDisk. So, Western Digital, I love your stuff. Why do you do this? There we go. This is, I think, the third Cruiser Glide that I've used now. The first one I got from my Wii U, and it's still using it to this day. Second one I used as a data drive forever, and then I got USB 3 one, which I'm no longer really using that aspect of it. Yeah, I got it as a USB 3 device, and so I could primarily boot Windows off of it if I need to, but I don't really do so anymore. I'm not sure if I ruined the audio from me rubbing on the screen. And now this is the third one. Yeah. Crap. This is the third one. So, these are nice and reliable. I mean, I think I've only had one of these fail on me out of like 5, 6. I've had so many of these I've lost count. In fact, I've used so many SanDisk flash drives I have lost count. So, yeah, these are reliable. So if you're looking for a nice cheap option, not sponsored by the way, nice cheap option for flash drives that are reliable, go with the SanDisk like Cruiser. I mean, cheap and fairly reliable. Like I said, I've only ever had one fail on me, and I've had probably close to a dozen of these. I've lost count, honestly. And yeah, so gosh, keep dropping it. But yeah, this would be my recommendation. But meanwhile, we can see that there is 20 seconds left on this download, so let's plug in my installer, or device I'm going to use for installing onto, and this is, what is this? Properties. MS-DOS. So I'm taking it, so, okay, well, doesn't matter now, because we're going to get Etcher. Up and going, and voila, okay. Select image, downloads. Ubuntu Live Server, Flash. Now this is probably actually going to be a quick flash because it's not even a gig in size, so let's see, it's giving an estimate of like about 4 minutes, so yeah. Eventually there will be a server operating system on here. I've been procrastinating on this for so long, and I eventually caved in. For the better, for the worse. Flash complete. Okay, well, I'll take you out now, and this computer's job is done. So, shut down. Now, I'm actually going to have to do some configuring in the BIOS, and sorry for the atrocity that is back here. I apologize. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I actually have to keep this adapter handy because there may be something in the setup that I need to do. Yeah, you can see my posters back there. So I've got the OS, the destination drive connected. I've got the installer connected. Now I'm going to spam escape because I can't remember what the BIOS key was. Pause setup. Okay. So F9. So USB hard drive UEFI SanDisk Cruiser. Install Ubuntu servers. Yep. That's what I want. Now I have installed a server OS before, but it's been a little bit, so not a typewriter. Didn't think it was. Okay, Bionic Beaver, AMD 64, yep. So this is going to be a lot more verbose because this is a text-based operating system. Okay, oh snap, packages, I'm never gonna use them. Because I've never used snap packages. I likely never will. I'll stick with apt packages as much as I can because I prefer those because that's where everything is. But some people prefer snap. And to that I say, suit yourself. Now, I'm not too terribly concerned about startup time because rarely do I reboot this computer, and I've seen people use server OSs on USB 2 drives, so T2Y1. Okay, this is much different than what I'm used to. Okay, so preferred language, English. Layout, yep. Okay, so configure at least one interface the server can use to talk to other machines, and one which provides sufficient access for updates. So there's ENO1 type Ethernet probably. No, it's not connected, and this is the Realtek fast Ethernet. So 100 megabits. That's not what I want to use. There's ENX yada 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 type Ethernet not connected. This is the A6 gigabit one. So if I wanted to, I could create a bond, but I've never done that, and I think I'm gonna be stuck with 200 megabit if I do that. Not to mention I'd have to route 2 Ethernet cables. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with that network. Actually. Give me a minute. So we're at my desk now, and I've got Ethernet plugged in, and as you can see there is link. And this did change from not connected to just a dash, so I might say go back, then done. Edit IPv4 manual. IPv4 method DHCP. Done. Yep, it's been assigned the correct IP, so that's good. So, proxy address. If the system requires a proxy to connect, it does not need one. Mirror address. Yep, fine with that. Okay. Okay, the installer can guide you through partitioning an entire disk either directly using LVM, or if you prefer, you can do it manually. If you choose to partition an entire disk, you will still have a chance to review and modify the results. Let's choose use an entire disk. Okay, well, SanDisk Cruiser Glide. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to do this because I still have things on here that I potentially would need. So, file system summary. So we've got roots, which is going to be basically the entire drive, a new ext4, which is the new partition, and then boot EFI that's 512 megabytes, FAT32. Okay, I'm fine with that. I want to leave this hard drive alone, so it's under available devices, and used devices is SanDisk Cruiser Glide. So okay. Yep, okay. Well, it's committed now. So, okay, this is... I forgot this is the case. HP server laptop. Wait, what? Okay. So, running curtain. Okay. Sudo fdisk-l. So, SDB doesn't have anything. Let me plug you in to here just to double check. SDB, Control-Delete. Oh man, this couldn't go any harder, could it? No! Back, reset. Okay, available devices. That. Back. Okay. Okay. Yes, that looks about right. Available devices for... Okay. That looks right to me. I did not say your name.
Sorry. I thought I heard my name.
Server, laptop, and Drew. Okay. Well, found again, so I'm going to make the executive decision to say that we fix it on my desktop by just formatting it all. So I'll pan up here and OBS, get out of here. Let's see, does it even detect disk? Well, administration departed. Let's see. Okay. Is this drive faulty? Oh. Thanks, G-Parted, for saving my butt. Okay, information. Well, unrecognized disk label. Well, I can fix that. Let's create a partition table. Yes. And let's just do one giant ext4 partition. Yes. Okay, so did it finish successfully? It did, it looks like, so close. Is that mounted? Nope. Okay. Okay, so now let's go down here, install Ubuntu Server. Okay, that didn't do anything. Well, I have to figure something out. I'll be back in a bit. I apologize for such a drop in quality. I'm using my phone right now because the camera I would normally use is dead, or basically dead. I have it opened up here and I just decided I'd start pulling around, and I pulled up on this guy. Would you look at that silk screen? HDD. Now, is this power or data or both? I don't know. But all I know is that at least one thing no longer has access, which means that the internal hard drive, which is probably right here, I don't have the time or patience to try to pry this apart, but yeah, no, I don't have the time or patience for it, but this might very well be the best option that we have. So now I know there's an optical drive right about here, so if I unscrew this, it is possible for me to, come on out. I'm doing top-notch screwing right now. I know if I wanted an extra hard drive in here, I could replace this DVD drive with one. This is effectively just SATA, but yeah, so I mean, I might as well keep it in there because I've got nothing to replace it with. But yeah, that's kind of the situation going on here. So I'm guessing MB means motherboard. I'm guessing this goes to the display. This, I don't know what this white cable goes to, or ribbon cable goes to. I'm gonna get some like electrical tape and cover that up just so I don't accidentally get it finagled in. But I'll give it a, I'll try it in a bit. Yes, I did this all with the battery out. The battery is right here, so yeah. So I'm gonna click through this. Yep. And that already got DHCP. Yep. Use an entire disk. And this time without any hard drive, which that confirms it. That's it done. Continue. Okay, I think that's right. Install Open SSH server. Yes, I do want that. No, I don't want to import an identity. Actually, I probably should. Actually, no, I don't have access to that hard drive, so it's gonna pitch a fit. Popular snaps. There's Micro KS. Okay, Nextcloud. We can. Kata, White Light. Okay, Docker, Canonical Life Patch. I probably enabled that. Okay. Amazon Web Server. I don't really need that. Juju. Okay. Wait, no, I don't want Juju. Close. Done. Okay, so now it's going. So this time with no fails. So I'm gonna get my cord real quick so you guys can watch this time lapse that I'm not even sure if I'm gonna include. Oh, well, it failed. I thought it was just downloading. Well, let's see. Well, let's cancel update and reboot because it is done. So restart it and fingers crossed. Okay, well, we definitely got into a server OS. And do we have any luck? Ah, I jiggled the power cable, dang it. Okay, well, we're into TTY1. So if I go up here and do an SSH into 192.168.1.5, assuming the cable isn't jiggled loose. Yep. Okay. I need to generate a key for this. Okay. So now I should be able to SSH. Yes. And it is doing some things down here. Okay. Wow, so this is a nice thing to get bombarded with. Okay. Wow, so there's so yeah, there's the help management and documentation management and support. And then it gives, that's neat, it gives the load processes, things like that. Usage, it did not do that on Mint. What if I do sudo apt install htop? Wait, htop. Oh, it came pre-installed, okay. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna complain. But, okay. So, I just had this in my history. Hi. Oh. Okay, well. So I should actually do this, which is the update, upgrade, and reboot. So paste that in. And it should, oh, it might help if I give it sudo. And I think I still have the DNS routing set up correctly, but I could be wrong. Okay, network wide data blocker. Yep. I like to use Cloudflare. Yep, go ahead. I don't really use IPv6. Gateway, yes. 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 Okay. So when it's set up. Static IP. Wait, on. I think I need to make this a DNS server. One, two, 168.254.254.15. Yeah, okay, that's what I need to do. And yeah, so I'm gonna wait a minute to test it. More waiting. Okay, so if you set new IP, you should restart. Okay, yep. Copy you. Text. Okay. And there we go. It's working, and it's probably already getting bombarded by devices. Yeah, so dashboard. Plex already has a ton of hits. Someone's probably using Plex up there. Microsoft, Mozilla Telemetry. Ooh, okay, more Microsoft. Snapchat, I was on Snapchat. Yeah, Pi-hole should be functional now. Well, I'm just gonna make sure that my network is connected, like, to that. 2.168.1.5, 92.168.1.2. Refresh that just to make sure. Okay, well, it'll probably take some time, but yeah, it is showing. It's showing activity, so. But that's all up and running. Now, if you remember, we disconnected the hard drive. We gotta shut this down and, bring that back. So, shut down -T now. There we go. Now it's off. So, here's this. Flip it over. And you can see that I never put the bottom back on, because I honestly wasn't sure if that would have worked or not, but it did. So we can connect this now, and theoretically it should work. Boop. Okay. And that's honestly kind of disgusting, but you know what? Who cares? So I'm gonna get the stuff for that real quick. Pop you there. Now screw you in the hole. So I think I'm gonna have to tweak some BIOS settings and edit the fstab to make sure that the drive is mounted automatically, but yeah, it was showing resistance, alright. I need to go into BIOS. Shut up. Okay. So, boot options. USB disk and okay. F5. And I want that to be down toward the bottom. Save and exit, yes. So now it should boot off the flash drive. Yep. So it should boot, right? Yep. Okay. So you're probably wondering, well, where does your very overpowered server computer sit? I mean, you've got to have like really top-notch cooling and things like that for it. Where that hard drive is sitting. Yeah, it's not the best treated, but you know what? It works. I can set it and forget it, but if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so that way you never miss a video and become a part of the Yoshi Army. See ya, guys. I hit